Right guys, welcome to episode 28 of Railcar Restorers, destination DMU. So here we are today outside 51412. We have a special guest with us today, obviously bar our new member Joe, which you haven't met yet, maybe briefly. So Joe's joined the team at the start of this year and has put in excellent work so far. But today we have with us Simon Greggo from 111 Engineering. So the eventual aim of what we're trying to do today is start up the DMU for the first time in 5 years and the first time at the Mid-Norfolk Railway. So yeah, I'll let Simon introduce himself.
Hello, my name's Simon Greggo. I've been on the railway for 45 years, starting as an apprentice, and spent an awful long time of my apprenticeship and my early days as a fitter with DMUs, and it's also this particular DMU as well, because we used to maintain these particular ones when they came up from Reading to Tyseley. So I do know this vehicle of old. So hopefully today we'll be going through the motions of getting the engine started with Michael, etc., and seeing where we go from there. So if we've got any major issues, any major problems, anything that needs repairing, etc. Just as a bit of background, not only have I done DMUs, but all forms of mainline locomotives, including introductions of Class 66s, Class 67s, partly involved with the 70s, Eurostars, a whole plethora of railway vehicles across the world, including Europe, Canada, America, South Africa, Kazakhstan, and the Far East, or the Middle East I should say, with Saudi Arabian Railways, where I was a depot engineer. I took retirement from Freightliner 3 years ago and set myself up as a company and help out individuals that want any help. So it's nice to give back what I've had out of the railway industry.
Off the back, off the right angle drive.
Hang on a second, I can't see.
This is the fill plug. Move them.
Hey, you're alright, I'm leaning them. I can't see because your arm's in the way.
There's the fill plug, isn't it?
Move your hand.
There.
Your fill plug's there, the one that's at an angle. That's it, yeah.
I've taken off the wrong one.
Ah.
Although it's not, it'll still get him getting the oil, so I can put it.
No, you still need it for the governor anyway.
It's probably good we have this.
And looking at that, it is leaking a bit anyway. You can see there's fresh oil around all the bottom edges.
Yeah. I wonder what the size. A bit smaller.
Because one of the things you're going to have to get is some phosphate ester.
Yes. Is that something that's easily acquirable?
You should be able to get it from any decent oil company. You won't need a lot of it.
Oh, that's starting to round a bit. That looks like a very rounded nut on the back anyway.
Yeah, you need to get that out somehow.
I've got mole grips.
That might do it.
It's too small for a 20.
This is what I say, that's why you need proper Whitworth ones for this. Yeah, you used to do an A exam we used to do an A exam every 7 days.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Just take it under a pit and just have a quick look.
Well, no, at Tyseley it was slightly different. Reading was the same, funnily enough. We used to have inspection pits on the fuel point.
Right, okay.
So we could do quick remedial repairs on the fuel point.
Yes.
And get them off again.
Yes.
But because you was doing so many on nights or afternoons or days, depending what shift you was on, you didn't have time to spend too much time on them. So if it was a quick repair, you did it.
Yes.
But for normal, it's basically on the fuel point, it's just fuel, oil, water. Check them, off they go again.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, there is oil in there, Simon.
There is, okay, that's fine then.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, okay.
Were those changes done every so many running hours, or were they because you picked up a fault before then?
Normally with engines, it tends to be done on...
Right, so now we're underneath the unit. Well, theoretically, we're on one of our spare engines looking at it. Albeit this is a slightly different engine, just simply because this is a Leyland 680 1595 as opposed to just a standard 680. So the difference in that is, I believe, the compressor and a fuel pump. But don't shoot me if I'm wrong. So, first thing we did is check the oil level in the right angle fan drive. That obviously then drives the fan that you see on the front that sort of makes that rattling sound. Now, go to the fuel system. So here we have the fuel pump, again slightly different to what is on the 680s under the unit, because this is a 1595. They all work the same, but obviously just slightly different designs. So you bleed it there using this tap screw here, or I suppose you could use that one. Either way, you bleed one of them. And then you've got the lift pump here, which you pump to get the fuel up. Below that you've got your fuel filters. So again, they're slightly different to a 680, I believe. Or again, I could be wrong. I'm still learning about this myself, but yeah, that's the sort of the fuel side of it.
Right. To the left-hand side of that fuel pump on the top, you got your 6 unions for your injectors. Yeah.
Yeah.
To the left of that, you've got a little one on the side.
Yeah.
With a screw on the top of it.
Ah, is that the stubby one you're on?
Yeah. So if you just open that up.
Yeah, and then you hit the lift pump.
And then you hit the lift pump. But the lift pump doesn't always work. You may have to rotate the engine a little bit by moving the flywheel. Because sometimes it depends what position the cams are inside there.
Right.
Okay.
Where is the lift pump? It's here.
That's it.
So
if you just want to open that valve up a little bit, don't go too mad.
Well, and there's only one.
There's only one per engine, yeah.
Right. Okay. Because something like some tractors I
right.
worked on, you've
That,
got like
just crack it up like that.
Yeah, as long as you can move it with your fingers.
Yeah.
It's already leaking, so you're all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now just operate the lift pump.
I did operate the lift pump yesterday.
Okay. Well, just try it again, just to make sure. Make sure you got no air.
I
in
did.
it.
Do you want me to leave it open?
Yeah, just leave it open while you just operate the lift pump.
Okay. Close.
Otherwise you're not bleeding it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
That's going. Yes, you've got a lot of.
A little bit of air bubble, but not much. Yeah. Okay, that's okay. Just lock it off on the top then, and that's it.
Nice.
Simple as that.
So now on to the last thing, which is to make sure that the oil level in the governor is at the correct level. We found that it does need a little bit of topping up, so that's what you can see Michael doing here, decanting some motor oil out of a smaller container into the governor. Didn't need a lot, as you can see, and now he's reinserting the drain plug back into the drain. The correct level for the governor is as soon as there is oil leaking out of the drain, so the level being at the drain. So now that we've got confirmation that is the case, he's just putting that bolt back in there, and we'll then tighten up the cap and we'll be good to go. While Michael is doing that at 5 times speed, the next part of the video we're going to be looking into setting up timing and the fuel pump.
Sorry, what am I looking for?
Right, you've got to rotate it. It rotates. This is how you set all the fuel pump up and everything, because you have to set the timing on the fuel pump when you
rotate it.
You can't rotate it in its present position, but you can just check round it and just observe to see if there's any broken plates. There's a plethora of plates. There's usually about 4 or 5 plates together, between 2 and 5 plates together.
There's about 2 plates either side, maybe 2, 3.
Yeah, that's fine. Just making sure there's nothing obviously broken there.
And there's a little marker.
There should be a marker on there for the setting the timing on the fuel pump.
Yeah, you can see that here.
Yeah. So
set the timing on the engine.
You set the timing on the flywheel. Okay. Yeah. And you should have there's a timing mark on the flywheel. So you check it onto that, and then check the fuel pump. Now the thing is, if you've put your timing mark on the flywheel, and you can't see any timing marks whatsoever on the fuel pump, rotate it another 180 degrees and you should be able to see it, because it may be 180 degrees out.
So you can't see that, you can't see that actual, you can't see the mark on that plate at the moment, can you?
What is this solenoid here?
That's a stop solenoid.
Stop solenoid, okay.
Yeah, so if it's down, it's okay. If it's up, it stops the engine.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
I would say it's down. That's down.
No, that'd be down.
Yeah.
If it's stuck up, then you've got problems. because it's either getting a false feed
Yeah.
or it's seized.
Okay.
And you won't be able to shut your engine down, so you'd have to take the pin out to shut it down and just drop it down.
Right. Okay.
But if it's down at the moment, you should be
How the
okay.
fuck do you stop an engine that's running though?
You don't. If it's running away, then you take big steps, bloody big uns,
Oh.
and just leave it to explode. It'll just come to a seize. If it's starting to run away, if it's running off the sump, you've got no chance. You can sometimes stop it by blocking the air supply off, but that's about it.
Where is said air supply?
You have to take it where you got your oil bath. You'd have to take the oil bath out and bung up the hole that goes into the inlet, into the exhaust, into the manifold.
Hope we don't have said problem today.
No, that can happen on any diesel engine.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it's a rail car or a bus or a lorry or a coach. Doesn't matter. They can all do it. If it starts running off the sump, you've got a problem. Your oil feeder there that goes from the outside to the sump.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of damage on that. You've got lots and lots of damage on that. So you just keep an eye on that for make sure it doesn't leak.
So is there anything else we sort of need to know around underneath?
Right, underneath there at the moment, no. You've checked your oils as best as you can at the moment. You've checked your governor.
Governor's right angle drive.
Yeah.
Right angle drive's good.
Yeah.
Governor
You've got no lift in the any play in the little cardan shaft, have you, on the right angle drive?
No, I checked that yesterday. That's nice.
So have you twisted it? So twist it.
Can't twist it. Oh.
Yeah, that's okay. And then just lift it up and down to make sure the UJs are okay.
Drop it what, sorry?
Just lift it up and down to make sure the UJs are okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's the sound of it.
That's a nice one then, is it?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Got a little bit of play there, but it's not too bad.
I bet you had some really good heaters.
Right. Some of them were.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go on, put your recipes. Hear the relay clip?
Yeah.
Okay, so your relay's in. It's not isolated, is it?
No, get your tiki.
Sorry?
Got your tiki on you?
Just check it. Okay.
Shouldn't be.
That's okay. Right, so start off a relay in there.
Yeah.
And hold it. Ref needs softening up a little bit. Idling ref needs softening up a bit.
So there's a problem. She fired up, she lived, and then shortly thereafter, as you've seen, she's stopped. So in this noise environment, save you trying to listen in to what the guys are saying, at important moments I'm going to explain to you in the noise environment what they're doing. So immediately Simon has suspected that there's air in the fuel system. So he sent Michael off to get a spanner. This is said spanner, and what he's going to do is he's going to knock off the injectors to allow that air to be bled out.
Effectively, yeah,
So now the injectors have been cracked off and they can allow the suspected air in the system to get out. We are turning over the engine to operate the fuel pump that will then hopefully pump in new fuel and displace the air out of the gaps that we have created in the end of the fuel system before they get to the injectors. And now we're going to tighten them all back up so that the injectors can function.
You may have to go back underneath and rebleed it.
Is that okay to do while it's running?
Yeah, well, I'm running fine. What you always do though is just isolate it there.
Yeah, get the T key, mate. It's alright to go underneath then.
Yeah. Okay.
So now that the injectors have been tightened back on, Michael is now underneath the unit and going to bleed it from the fuel pump, basically redoing the step you saw us do earlier when we were underneath the engines. So he's cracked off that little screw. You can see the diesel there on the running onto sleeper. He's now operating the lift pump by hand to hopefully furthermore eliminate any air in the system. So he's doing that now, and then we'll give it another go.
That's about the timing marks. What's that, sorry? key. Okay, now what are in that?
They're idling at about 500.
Okay, what's the other one?
500.
Okay, that's good. Right, you've got how much here?
I've got 70.
Okay, shoot your engines down in. Now put your brass key in.
Remember the drive out in game.
Start at it.
Okay, yep. In.
Just put it forward. Yeah, you want to hear it.
Sweet.
Okay.
Right, so Chris, what you...
Set your DSD. Okay,
Yeah.
start your left hand engine. Yeah, it's I mean, trying to go in the front drive. Can you hear it?
Yeah, I heard somebody pop in, yeah.
That's why you don't put that in when you...
Yeah.
Right, start your right engine. Can you start the engine, please? Number one engine.
You know what you're doing?
Yeah. So sorry, what is that? What's that there?
That's the forward and reverse for your
Right,
drive.
okay. And that just selects forward or reverse the actual part of the glass handle.
So you've got a feed problem from the cab, so it's looking like a slightly dodgy switch.
Yep. Okay. Sweet.
right at all. Always put your handbrake on. So, your throttle motor does need setting up, both of them, slightly. So 1 and 2 position are not too bad. Number 3 position, one's coming straight over, the other one's not doing anything really. So it looks like they need setting up.
Yeah.
Number 4, it looks a bit too high. It's going straight across too quite quickly. So 3 and 4 need setting. That normally means someone has to be underneath with good hearing. This is where you really need a pit.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You really need a pit to do this. You stand under the fuel tank and listen, and then you adjust. So you say throttle 1, okay, adjust. They're okay on this one. Throttle 2, you can do a little bit more, but they're okay. Number 3 definitely needs changing. But you've then got to listen and coordinate between the two, or someone is operating the throttles. And you normally do that off the EP valves.
Yeah.
Okay, don't do it in here. You can't hear the person shouting.
Yeah.
So do it off the throttle, off the EP valves, the throttles, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then listen. And number 3 should bring it up nicely, not too quickly. It should bring it up quite nicely. Number 4 should come up quite quickly, but not go to the extent it's trying to throttle itself, which is what it sounds like it's trying to do.
Yeah.
And number 4 just needs to throttle back a little bit by the sound of it. But you need a pit to do it.
Yeah.
I would not advocate doing it when it is at the moment, because you've got to be underneath that engine when you listen to the throttle while it's running. So you don't want to be there, you want to be at space around you.
So when should the stop building?
It should stop about 90-ish.
Okay.
What's it doing at?
I think that you can hear the
You hear the unload valve or the safety valve go off.
So there you have it. She runs. Really nice feeling for us. She hasn't run it in 5 years, and she hasn't actually run at the Mid-Norfolk. So for us, that's, you know, good proof of concept. The reason we've done it is because it's been 5 years. You start going into 6, 7, you start getting closer to 10. So for us, 5 years was long enough, and we really need to make sure that the engines under here are good, they run. We need to make sure that we keep on top of that and make sure that they don't seize, make sure to regularly turn them over, and also regularly check all the components that are attached and that basically everything is still working, because if it's still working now, we can then keep on top of that. We don't let anything decay without our knowledge. So from now, we're going to have probably a periodic cycle of starting these up, basically to force us to go through that checking of all these components, to monitor any perishing of belts, say, and stuff like that. So, but it's not all plain sailing from here. What needs to be done to her before she can actually run and carry passengers? Well, there's a few things for that, from the small to the large. Fluids, oil change. An oil change probably needs to be done on her because she hasn't had an oil change in 5 years, and definitely will need one before she starts entering full service. Filters, when you're changing your fluids, these filters haven't been changed in that time that those fluids haven't been changed. So change the filters. Anything that is a consumable or that wears will need to be checked, inspected, changed if necessary. So belts, filters, fluids, that includes the coolant system as well. Any pipes, there are flexible pipes connecting certain things together. Those have a habit of perishing with time, so those will probably need to be changed. While we're draining systems, it's the best time to change those components. Along with that, we've also got the more safety critical components that need to be checked. So pressure vessels, these need to be basically tested so that they don't have a risk of unscheduled disassembly when in service. I believe it's now a legal requirement, and it has been for some time, that pressure vessels on rolling stock need to have a certificate. They need to be proof tested. So what we're probably going to do, get some spares, test them, then put them on, and then get these tested. Along with that,
other safety critical components, blow off valves. If they don't work, doesn't matter how good your pressure vessel is if it's going to be overloaded. So, and that also includes all the pipes as well. So those are some of the more safety critical components. And then on a more cosmetic note, throttle positions. So at the moment both engines run and they both cycle through all of those throttle positions, and the throttle motors work, but they do need adjusting. So there are 4 notches, 1 through 4. One of the engines is idling at where it should be, and through those notches is in the range that it should be. So each notch of the throttle has an RPM range and it should sit in there. The other engine, that needs adjusting, because the engines need to be synchronized so that then the power delivery is synchronized. And on one of the engines, we need to go along, we need to adjust that and then check that those speeds of the engine are all within the ranges that they need to be. So it's going to be a little bit of adjusting, check it, a little bit of adjusting, check it, going through all 4 throttle notches. Along with that, the biggest elephant in the room for this old girl needing to run, or being able to run, is the wheel sets. There is a smashed cog on the rear wheel set. There isn't a final drive there because of that. Along with that, we need to change the wheel sets due to the wear being unacceptable and the life of the tyre being unturnable. Basically, we can't get that profile back with the life that is currently left on the tyre without going below, yet again, a predefined limit, which is unsafe. So that's the big job, bogie swap. We've got to lift the whole unit and we've got to change it out with bogies. Those bogies we already have got. We acquired them from 51400. Great video. I'll put a link up here. Do check it out after this video. It's an interesting watch. Lots of stuff goes on there, but we have got the wheel sets for this. We have a plan. So yeah, that is it. We managed to start it out. We're really happy, and we're now going to keep on top of it. Now that we've got it here, we're not going to let it slip from us again.
So guys, that wraps up this video. As you were seeing, 412 started up after a 5-year absence and she sounded excellent. Simon's had a look over her, and we hope that he's liked being reacquainted with the beast again after many years. So yeah, thanks for that, and thank you, Simon, for coming down and showing us a bit more about DMUs.
Absolute pleasure. It's nice to be back on one of my old units after an absence of 40 odd years.
So there you go. We've got very good help there from Simon. He's taken us through a lot of those little niggles that you can get when you haven't started something up for a while, and yeah, taking us around all those things, and hopefully bring you a bit more information. And we'll keep this for ourselves as a little log to help us next time, because we do have another unit that has got a little few more problems, a little few more components missing, hasn't been started up for even longer. So when we get to her, that video is going to be crucial, and we're probably going to have a few more snags, so we're going to learn a bit more. But this is a great start. We started the bodywork with no experience really, and this is a very raw journey for us. We're starting this with no experience as well, so hopefully we can take you on that journey with some expert help. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the very next video.